Hi guys, here's a quick lesson on meeting people and some common mistakes that people make. When you meet somebody for the first time, you usually say, "It is nice to meet you." It's nice to meet you, and they say, "It is nice to meet you too," or "you too." Okay? Most people are usually okay with that. Then you have a conversation, where are you from, what do you do, blah 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 blah. Now, at the end, when you're leaving, we usually say, "I have to go, but it was nice to meet you." Yeah, it was nice to meet you too. So we say it twice. It is nice to meet you, conversation. See you later, guys, but it was nice to meet you. Okay? Most people know this one, but they often don't know this one. And it's very strange because at the end of a conversation, I will say, "All right, guys, take care. It was nice to meet you." And they say, "It is nice to meet you too." And they repeat this one, and it's very weird. Okay? So the first time you meet somebody, "It is nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you." We usually say it pretty fast. "It's nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you." Very small difference there. Okay? So the first meeting. Now, next week, next month, if you see them again, this is for when you see them the second time or the third time, you will say, "Hey," for example, if I see somebody named Daisuke who I met last week, I'll say, "Hey Daisuke, it is nice to see you again." And he will say, "Oh, you too." Or, "Hey man, it's nice to see you too." Then we have a conversation, we chat a little bit, then I'll say, "Hey man, I have to go, but it was nice to see you again. You too." Okay? So same thing, it is nice to see you again, it was nice to see you again. Okay? It's very simple. This is for the first meeting. It's nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you. The second, third, fourth time, "Hey, it's nice to see you again. It was nice to see you again." Okay? Very simple. Now, some extra notes here. When we say, "It's nice to see you again," or "It's nice to meet you," you can replace nice with great, or really great, or good, whatever you like, but as long as the intonation matches. Okay? What I mean is, the intonation should be friendly. It's not serious. When you say, "It's great to meet you, it's nice to meet you, it's nice to see you again," don't say, "It is nice to see you again. It is great to meet you." It's not a formal, serious greeting. It's very strange when I say, "Hey, it's nice to meet you," and they say, "It is nice to meet you too." And they have a very formal, low tone. They don't sound happy. Okay, it should be, "Hey, it's good to see you, it's great to see you, it's nice to meet you." Another note, when we say, "Hey, it's nice to meet you," we don't nod our heads and we don't bow. Okay? It's not like a Japanese greeting of, "It's nice to meet you." We don't do that. It's usually more of an up feeling. So, "Hey, yeah, it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too." Not, "Nice to meet you." That's just not part of our culture. Okay? Another note, when we meet somebody for the first time, we usually say, "It's nice to meet you," after they say their name. Okay? So if I'm at a party and somebody says, "Oh, this is my friend Daisuke," I'll say, "Hey Daisuke, it's nice to meet you. I'm Patrick." "Hey Patrick, nice to meet you too." When I hear Daisuke, I will say, "It is nice to meet you," because now I have met him. And when I tell him my name, he will say, "Hi Patrick, it's nice to meet you." A lot of people think about "it is nice to meet you" like a "はじめまして" in Japanese, and they will say, "Nice to meet you. I am Daisuke." But that's kind of backwards because I haven't met him yet. I don't know his name. So if he comes up and says, "Hey, I'm Daisuke," I will say, oh, hi Daisuke, it's nice to meet you. My name is Patrick. Hey Patrick, nice to meet you. Blah, 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 blah conversation. Okay? So the name is usually before you say nice to meet you. Okay? It's just a small point. When we're talking about the names, we usually just give our first name. Like, I just say, hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm Patrick. Hey Patrick, nice to meet you. If you do give your first name and your last name, make sure that you put a space between. Okay? If you're talking to somebody from your culture and you say, my name is Nakamoto Daisuke, or my name is Nakamoto Daisuke, it is very easy for them to understand Nakamoto is a last name and Daisuke is a first name. But if you're talking to somebody from California, it's very hard. If I said, this is my friend Nakamoto Daisuke, they have no idea which is it Nakamoto Daisuke or Nakamoto Daisuke or Nakadaimo. It's very hard for them to separate it. So if you want to say your full name, say your last name, say your first name, say your first name, space, last name. My name is Daisuke Nakamoto. Okay, put a space in there. It's just too hard. If I said, this is my friend Ana Maria de Lucia, like, this is my friend Ana Maria. Okay, this is my friend Ana. That's much easier for the first time. Okay, so remember, it is nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you. It's nice to see you again. It was nice to see you again. And try to match the intonation and the body language, how we say it. Okay? Good luck. Thanks.